Hi and welcome back. I'm Grandpa Gary and I just got here and it is windy. I had to plant my feet just a second ago because the wind was blowing so hard. It ought to be a pretty exciting flight. I got the airplane hiding in the back of the truck from all this wind because I think the steady is about 15 miles an hour and we're probably gusting probably in the low 20s. It's a lot of wind today, guys. And that's why I called on the Aeroscout today. And I'm looking forward to getting this thing in the air. Let's do it. Right, Philip, I love this airplane. I've had it for a while. And as far as quality and value and capability, there's really not anything else that can touch this airplane, especially not ready to fly for $229 right now. I do have it linked in the description box if anybody's interested. All right, I have safe off for this start. So, wind's coming from that way. Grass is helping it not roll away from me. And we're going to try it. Let's do it without safe. Full up elevator, full throttle. There we go. We'll get it up there. Cutting the throttle back. Downwind is going to be a little quicker. And then we'll turn it back upwind here. There we go. I've slowed the throttle down. You can see it's just kind of hanging there today. The wind has slowed down just a little bit, so maybe we'll have some fun with this. They're slowing down, keep going. Alright, that's probably getting too far away. We'll bring it back down here where you guys can see it. Cut it back into the wind here. Just about hit the brakes, turning into the wind. You can see it's coming down nice and slow. Almost a VTOL landing. And definitely not like yesterday's VTOL landing. And quite a few of you have watched that video. Not my best moment, but pretty amazing to see how well the airplane did on that straight down landing. Just simply amazing. If it weren't for the spinner breaking, which I can completely understand why the spinner broke, because it was straight down into the ground. But other than that, I had it ready to go again today. And so I ordered it, and Hobbyzone has it on the way already. So hopefully we'll have that airplane back in the air in less than a week. We'll just have to see how long it takes for shipping. But I had a new prop. I had ordered a Zor prop, and it arrived today. So I'm all ready to go with the prop. And the hatch over the battery could have been glued back together. I went ahead and ordered a new one of those too. And there's a few cracks in the fuselage that wasn't real noticeable. Oh, okay. There we go. Wow. Take it. Oh my goodness. That was so much luck. It bounced right over those big, I don't know, poles they got in the ground. Looks like they took telephone poles and drove them into the ground for a barrier for parking, but boy, I thought for sure I was going to smack into it. No, this airplane would have flown right away, but I'm glad it went over it. There was enough wind, it just lifted this thing back into the air, and I'll take it. There we go. A little bit of throttle to keep it going. see I'm upping the throttle because it was dropping on the downwind. The wind can be really fun to play with if you're careful. And I almost let it get away from me there a second ago. You can see it started getting awkward there, but gave it some throttle. One nice thing about it, if it does hit the nose, and I have before, is that the prop's not there, so I won't break the prop. Prop's in the back, and that's why it's designed that way, is to save it from ground strikes on the front end. Now, I was talking about it a minute ago. This airplane, I've told many people that I thought this was an amazing first airplane. At one time it was only $199, but now it's $229, and I mean, with all the inflation, that is a very reasonable up price. It includes the airplane, all the electronics you need, and all of it already installed. There's very minor assembly required. It comes with the transmitter, the battery, the charger, the batteries for the transmitter. I mean, it absolutely comes with everything you need to be able to fly this airplane. In fact, I think the new version has some telemetry involved, where this is an older version before they did the upgrades, and that might be part of the price increase also, is that they upgraded the electronics about the same time as inflation. And that's another reason that the upswing in the price is so minimal. This airplane, man, I just love flying it. You get some really great fly times if you're not going at it as hard as I am, if you're just kind of doing your pattern. Now, you might be thinking, and I was thinking through this earlier, is that a lot of people think, well, I've been flying, I don't need something like this. But you might have somebody, a loved one or a child or a grandchild, that is showing interest in RC when you're out doing it. And if you're already using a Spectrum transmitter, most of them you can bind to this airplane, and then the radio that comes with it you can bind to your transmitter as a buddy box. And that makes it that much easier to teach somebody to fly if you got a buddy box system. There, the wind died down just for a split second, so I hit the gas, let it coast on by. I got in trouble yesterday flying inverted, and I don't want to get too low, but it can handle it. And I like flying inverted. It's one of the things I like doing the most. That's why that was so embarrassing yesterday, as I felt I got close to those trees and I panicked, and reflexes took over, and I pulled straight down to make it climb out of those trees, and that was the wrong way. And everybody told me. They were either sorry that it happened or they told me I did it wrong. And I knew that. My timer just went off telling me that I've flown 5 minutes. Now, like I said earlier, this airplane will fly much longer. But in the interest of people viewing my videos, I like to limit how long I fly. And so with all this wind, I've had a pretty safe flight. And there's the winds gusting all of a sudden. If I can get this on the ground safely, we're going to call this a flight. There we go. I'll take that. And pretty happy with today's flight. And it was actually pretty fun. There's some comments going on. 3 thumb screws. Yep. And the tail section, I think, just slides on. It's super easy, guys. Landing gear, the mains in the back slide on. And there's one screw that's already installed for that front wheel. Super easy. Man, it is so windy. Hopefully that's not killing your guys' ears. I do have a system on my phone to try and knock down some of that wind, but it is so strong. Anyways, for a very successful flight in some pretty moderate temperatures, a big thanks to the Lord for providing another day of being able to get out and fly. I'm just so blessed with such a great hobby. I'm just having a great time with RC. I am flying 365 straight days. So if you guys are interested in that, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you guys see me flying in some really crazy weather coming, I'm sure. And until next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. Oh man, lost your turbo timber.